This audiobook reveals the hidden truth. The universe sends messages through whispers, not noise. From feathers in the wind to repeating numbers, every sign is part of a divine conversation. The message of the universe is calling you. Will you answer? The message of universe. Introduction. The universe does not shout, it whispers. Through subtle signs and sacred patterns, it threads divine messages into the quiet moments of your life. A stranger's passing words, a number that repeats like a forgotten dream, the sudden stirring of intuition. All are part of the invisible tapestry being woven around you. What appears ordinary is often the gateway to the extraordinary. You are not adrift. The law of attraction responds to the silent frequencies you carry, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, sending signals into the vast field of creation. What returns to you is not random, but a mirror of your inner state, drawn forth by your own vibration. When you begin to listen, not with your ears, but with your awareness, you step into rhythm with a force far greater than yourself. The universe is an infinite intelligence, a cosmic architect that sees beyond your present sight. It speaks through synchronicities, those impossible alignments that stir the soul and awaken your knowing. You think of someone and they appear. A message finds you precisely when it's needed. These are not coincidences. They are divine echoes, proof that the universe is in conversation with you. Long ago, the mystics understood this sacred communion. They knew that abundance, healing, and clarity arise not through effort alone, but through alignment with universal truth. This alignment begins with awareness, with noticing the signs, heeding the pull of intuition, and walking in quiet partnership with the unseen. As you journey through this book, you will begin to attune your spirit to the language of the stars. You will learn to trust the rhythm of life, recognize the messages meant for you, and participate in the unfolding of your own highest path. The universe is always speaking, but only those with an open heart and a quiet mind will truly hear. Remember this: every moment carries the seed of revelation. Every encounter holds a hidden key. The universe is always offering you a message. All that's required is that you receive it. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. Part 1. Awakening to the Universe's Call. Chapter 1. The Whisper in the Wind. In a bustling marketplace, Eleanor stood before a flower vendor's stall, her thoughts tangled with worries about her unfulfilling career. A gentle breeze carried a single white feather, landing softly on her sleeve. She might have brushed it away, but something made her pause. In that moment of stillness, she noticed a small sign in the window behind the flower stall. Change blooms from within. The words resonated deeply, speaking directly to her heart's hidden yearnings. The universe communicates through such subtle whispers, weaving messages into the fabric of your daily experience. These divine signals arrive not with thunderous proclamation, but in quiet moments when your spirit is ready to receive them. They appear as recurring symbols, chance encounters, or gentle nudges that guide you toward your highest path. To hear these whispers requires a special kind of attention, not the sharp focus of analytical thought, but the soft awareness of an open heart. When you quiet your mind, stepping away from the clamor of constant doing, you create space for wisdom to emerge. The universe speaks in synchronicities, in those moments that feel charged with meaning beyond mere coincidence. These messages often appear 3 times, each instance growing slightly louder, until you finally take notice. They arrive precisely when you need them, though their significance may only become clear in retrospect. Your task is not to force understanding, but to remain receptive to the guidance being offered. In a distant mountain village, Henry tended his garden each morning, his mind heavy with decisions about leaving his hometown for new opportunities. One dawn, he noticed a pattern in his beloved rose bushes. 3 buds had opened overnight, each facing east toward the rising sun. The next day, 3 birds perched briefly on his fence, all oriented in the same direction. On the 3rd morning, he discovered 3 small stones arranged in a line on his doorstep, pointing eastward. In these simple signs, Henry recognized the universe's gentle guidance, confirming the direction his heart already knew to take. These whispers surround you constantly, offering guidance and reassurance. Like Henry, you too can learn to recognize and trust these subtle signals. They emerge from the wisdom of the universe itself, guiding you toward choices that align with your soul's purpose. Ancient practice of silent attunement. Each morning before the world fully wakes, sit in complete stillness for 11 minutes. Place your hands palms upward on your lap, symbolizing your openness to receive. Breathe deeply and allow your awareness to expand beyond thoughts and worries. Notice the subtle sensations, the quiet hints, and the gentle nudges that arise. Record in a sacred journal any signs, symbols, or synchronicities that catch your attention throughout the day. Over time, patterns will emerge, revealing the unique language through which the universe speaks to you. Chapter 2. The Mirror of Reflection. Clara lived alone in a small cottage at the edge of a village where she crafted pottery. Each morning she noticed how her neighbors seemed distant, hurrying past with barely a nod. Her wares sat unsold in the marketplace, gathering dust while other merchants thrived. In moments of solitude, she would whisper to herself, "No one appreciates true craftsmanship anymore." Yet one evening, as she shaped clay on her wheel, wisdom stirred within her heart. The clay, responsive to her touch, revealed a truth. Just as this material reflected her hands' movements, her world mirrored her thoughts. She began to examine her beliefs, realizing how deeply she had held on to the idea of being unappreciated. Your outer world serves as a mirror, reflecting the thoughts and beliefs you hold within. When you walk through life carrying thoughts of lack, the universe faithfully creates experiences that match this inner conviction. Your relationships, circumstances, and even chance encounters align precisely with your deepest beliefs about yourself and the world. This mirror operates with unwavering accuracy. Each person you meet, each situation you encounter, reveals something about your inner state. When you understand this principle, you hold the key to transformation. By changing your thoughts, you alter the reflection. Walter, a merchant in a distant port city, spent years lamenting his misfortune in business. Competitors seemed to always secure the best deals, leaving him with meager opportunities. His ledgers showed declining profits, and his most reliable trading partners began to drift away. One day, while watching ships enter the harbor, he witnessed how each vessel's wake created ripples that transformed the water's surface. This sight awakened understanding within him. Just as the ships shaped the water's surface, his thoughts were shaping his reality. He began to view himself as worthy of abundance, to see opportunities where before he had seen only obstacles. Gradually, Walter's new perspective manifested in his outer world. New trading partners appeared, offering favorable terms. His former competitors sought his counsel, and his warehouse filled with precious goods. The very same market that had seemed closed to him now opened wide, matching his renewed inner vision. This truth extends to every aspect of your life. Your thoughts create ripples in the fabric of reality, returning to you as the circumstances you experience. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds not to your words or wishes, but to the unwavering signal of your beliefs. The mirror practice. Find a quiet space where you can reflect undisturbed. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your awareness to settle into the present moment. For the next 7 days, maintain a small journal by your bedside. Each evening, write down 3 situations from your day that stirred strong emotions, whether positive or negative. Next to each entry, note your immediate thoughts about these situations. In doing so, you begin to recognize the patterns between your inner beliefs and your outer experiences. This ancient practice reveals how your thoughts shape the reality you encounter, empowering you to consciously create the reflection you wish to see in the mirror of life. Chapter 3: The Dance of Synchronicity. In a bustling city square, James sat at his favorite cafe, contemplating a career change that had occupied his thoughts for weeks. As he sipped his morning tea, an old book caught his eye, left behind on a nearby table. Its title spoke of ancient wisdom about following one's true calling. Within its chapters, he found precisely the guidance he had been seeking. The universe speaks through the language of synchronicity, those remarkable moments when external events align perfectly with your inner journey. These are not mere coincidences, but sacred signals orchestrated by the infinite intelligence that governs all of creation. When you attune yourself to this divine choreography, you begin to witness the extraordinary precision with which the universe guides your path. These synchronized moments appear when you are aligned with your highest truth. They serve as confirmations, gentle nudges, and sometimes bold declarations that you are moving in harmony with the universal flow. The key lies not in questioning these moments, but in recognizing them as the universe's way of communicating directly with you. Consider how these meaningful coincidences often arrive in clusters, each one building upon the last, creating a tapestry of guidance that becomes impossible to ignore. They may manifest as recurring numbers, chance encounters, or even books that seem to fall open to exactly the message you need. Mabel, a gifted healer, discovered this truth while walking through an ancient forest. She had been questioning whether to share her knowledge more widely, feeling uncertain about stepping into a larger role. As she walked, a rare white dove landed on a branch before her, a symbol she had always associated with divine guidance. Later that same day, 3 different strangers approached her, each asking if she offered healing services. That evening, she received an unexpected letter inviting her to teach at a renowned wellness center. These synchronized events served as clear affirmation of her path. The universe had orchestrated a perfect sequence of signs, each reinforcing the other, guiding her toward her true purpose. Through these events, Mabel understood that when you align with your authentic path, the universe conspires to support your journey through an intricate dance of meaningful coincidences. The Synchronicity Journal Practice. Obtain a small notebook dedicated solely to recording synchronicities. Each evening, sit in peaceful contemplation and document any meaningful coincidences you experience throughout your day. Note the emotions these events stirred within you and any insights they revealed. After recording each synchronicity, close your eyes and express gratitude for these divine guideposts. Over time, patterns will emerge, revealing the unique way the universe communicates with you. This sacred practice strengthens your connection to the universal flow and deepens your trust in the perfect timing of all things. Chapter 4. The Power of Intention. In a sunlit garden, Margaret tended to her roses each morning, speaking to them with purposeful love and care. She had learned that just as she cultivated her garden with specific intention, so too must she nurture her dreams. Each day she visualized exactly how her flowers would bloom, their colors, their fragrance, and the joy they would bring to others. Within months, her garden transformed into a magnificent display that drew admirers from miles around. Your intentions shape the fabric of reality itself. When you plant a seed in fertile soil, you know precisely what flower will bloom. You do not plant a rose seed expecting a daisy. So too must your intentions be specific and unwavering. The universe responds to clarity with clarity, to precision with precision. Many walk through life casting vague wishes into the cosmic winds, wondering why their desires remain unfulfilled. Yet the law of attraction operates with mathematical exactness. It cannot deliver what has not been clearly defined. Your thoughts, when focused with deliberate intention, become the blueprint from which the universe constructs your reality. George, a merchant in an ancient marketplace, exemplified this truth through his own journey. Each morning, he would simply wish for more success in his trading. Days passed, and his fortunes remained unchanged. A wise woman observed his frustration and taught him to be specific in his intentions. She guided him to envision not just success, but the exact number of trades he wished to make, the precise increase in his earnings, and the specific ways he would serve his customers. As George refined his intentions, the universe began orchestrating events to match his clarity. New opportunities emerged, exactly as he had envisioned. His precise intentions had created a clear channel through which abundance could flow. The sacred intention practice: find a quiet space as the sun rises. Light a candle to symbolize the illumination of your intentions. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your mind to settle into stillness. On a piece of parchment, write your intentions with absolute clarity. Begin each statement with, "I am grateful now that," and describe your desire as if it has already manifested. Feel the emotion of having received what you desire. Let this feeling fill your entire being. Speak your intentions aloud 3 times, infusing each word with certainty and gratitude. Place your written intentions where you will see them daily, preferably near a window where the morning light can touch them. Each evening, return to your intentions. Review them not with longing, but with the calm assurance that the universe is already arranging their fulfillment. As you extinguish the candle, know that your intentions continue to radiate into the cosmic fabric, drawing to you that which you have clearly defined. Chapter 5. The Garden of Gratitude. In a humble dwelling at the edge of a village lived Alice, a weaver who spent her days creating beautiful tapestries. Though her work was admired, she focused only on what she lacked: finer threads, grander looms, wealthier patrons. Each morning she woke up feeling the weight of scarcity, until one dawn when she noticed the golden light streaming through her window, illuminating the intricate patterns in her latest work. For the first time, she saw the beauty already present in her life. She began expressing thanks for every thread, every color, every patron who valued her craft. As gratitude filled her heart, something remarkable occurred. Her work began to shine with new vitality. Word spread, and those seeking her tapestries multiplied. The universe operates through an eternal law. What you appreciate, appreciates. Gratitude is not merely a sentiment. It is a force that transforms your relationship with life itself. When you recognize and give thanks for what exists in your present moment, you activate a magnetic power that draws more reasons for thankfulness toward you. In a distant marketplace, Samuel, a merchant, discovered this truth. His days were spent counting his losses, lamenting slow trade, and envying his competitors' success. His spirit grew as bitter as old wine until a wise teacher shared the ancient wisdom, "Count your blessings before counting your coins." Samuel began acknowledging every sale, every customer's smile, every coin that crossed his palm. He gave thanks for his simple stall, the morning sun that warmed his face, and the ability to serve others through his trade. As his heart opened in appreciation, his circumstances transformed. Customers were drawn to his genuine warmth, his inventory moved more swiftly, and opportunities for expansion appeared as naturally as flowers blooming in spring. The ancient practice of sacred gratitude. As the sun rises each morning, take your position facing east. Place your hands over your heart, connecting with its steady rhythm. Breathe deeply 3 times, allowing peace to settle in your being. Now, speak aloud 3 specific blessings in your life, feeling the warmth of appreciation flow through your body as you name each one. In a dedicated journal, write 5 expressions of gratitude, beginning each with, "I am thankful for." Be precise and heartfelt. Include both significant and seemingly small blessings. From the grand opportunities that shape your path to the gentle breeze that cools your skin. Before sleep, return to your gratitude practice. Place a clear quartz crystal or other meaningful object beside your bed. Hold it while reflecting on 3 more blessings from your day. Let appreciation be the last energy you carry into your dreams, knowing that the universe multiplies what you acknowledge with a grateful heart. Chapter 6. The Light of Belief. High in the mountains lived Thomas, a gifted artisan who crafted exquisite wooden sculptures. Though his work held remarkable beauty, he believed success and recognition belonged only to those born into privilege. "My work will never reach beyond this village," he would whisper to himself as he carved, unknowingly carving these very limitations into his reality. Each time opportunity knocked, a merchant offering to showcase his work in distant markets, travelers suggesting he teach his craft, Thomas declined, bound by the invisible chains of his beliefs. Until one morning, while working on a sculpture of an eagle taking flight, he noticed how his own thoughts had clipped his wings. Your beliefs shape the lens through which you perceive and experience reality. They act as powerful filters, determining what possibilities you allow yourself to see and accept. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds not to your desires alone, but to the deep-seated beliefs that either welcome or reject those desires. When you hold a belief, whether empowering or limiting, the law of attraction gathers evidence to support it. Like a gardener who tends only certain seeds while discarding others, your beliefs select which experiences can take root in your life. This selection happens beneath conscious awareness, silently directing the flow of your existence. In a bustling city, Edith managed a small bookshop inherited from her father. She believed running a successful business required ruthless competition and exhausting hours. Beliefs passed down through generations. Her days were filled with stress and struggle until she discovered an ancient text hidden among dusty volumes. The text spoke of abundance as the natural state of the universe, of success flowing effortlessly when aligned with one's true nature. As Edith began questioning her inherited beliefs, she noticed subtle shifts. She started trusting her intuition about which books to stock, created a welcoming space for community gatherings, and allowed herself to close early on quiet afternoons. To her amazement, these changes attracted more customers who resonated with her authentic approach. The bookshop flourished not through struggle, but through alignment with a new set of beliefs that honored both prosperity and peace. The ancient practice of belief transformation. Find a quiet space and light a white candle. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your awareness to settle into your body. On blank parchment or in your journal, write, "I now release all beliefs that no longer serve my highest good." Below this declaration, list every limiting belief you can identify. For each one, close your eyes and visualize it as a dark cloud dissolving in bright sunlight. Then, write a new, empowering belief to replace it. Create a daily ritual of standing before a mirror at sunrise or sunset. Look into your own eyes and speak your new beliefs aloud 3 times. Feel their truth resonating in your body. End by placing your hand on your heart and saying, "As I believe, so it becomes." Chapter 7. The River of Flow. In a sunlit garden, Lillian tended to her flowers with meticulous precision. Each day she measured water amounts, tracked sunlight exposure, and followed strict schedules. Despite her careful control, her garden struggled to thrive. The flowers seemed lifeless, lacking the vibrant energy she desperately sought to create. One morning, after a storm disrupted her perfect routine, she discovered something remarkable. The wild, untamed parts of her garden flourished with unexpected beauty. Nature, in its wisdom, had orchestrated a symphony of growth far beyond her rigid plans. The universe operates through a divine flow, a current of infinite wisdom that guides all things toward their highest expression. When you attempt to control every detail of your journey, you inadvertently resist this natural flow. Like a river meeting a dam, your energy becomes blocked, creating struggle where ease could exist. True manifestation emerges not from forcing outcomes, but from aligning with the universe's rhythm. As you release the need to control every detail, you open yourself to possibilities beyond your limited perspective. The surrender isn't passive resignation, but active trust in the perfect unfolding of your path. Harold, a merchant, spent years attempting to force success through sheer will. He manipulated circumstances, pushed against market trends, and exhausted himself trying to bend reality to his desires. His resistance created constant struggle, turning his work into a battlefield rather than a path of prosperity. One day, while watching leaves dance in the wind, he noticed how they moved effortlessly with the air currents, neither fighting nor yielding their essential nature. This observation sparked a transformation in his approach. Instead of forcing his way forward, he began listening to the subtle guidance of market flows, trusting his intuition and allowing opportunities to unfold naturally. His business began to flourish not through control, but through harmonious participation with life's natural rhythms. Success flowed not from his grip, but from his grace. The ancient practice of sacred surrender. Find a peaceful space near flowing water, a stream, fountain, or even a small bowl with gently moving water. Sit comfortably and observe the water's natural movement. As you watch, breathe deeply and repeat this ancient affirmation. I flow with life's divine current, trusting in perfect timing and infinite wisdom. As water finds its path, so too does my highest good flow to me. I release control and embrace divine guidance. Place your hands in the water and imagine releasing all tension, worry, and need for control. Feel the water's wisdom teaching you the art of flowing with life. Complete this practice by speaking these words. In surrender, I find strength. In acceptance, I find peace. In trust, I find my way. Chapter 8, The Beacon of Vision. In a humble workshop among ancient olive trees, Edward crafted wooden vessels. Each morning, before touching his tools, he would sit quietly, eyes closed, picturing in perfect detail the bowl or cup he intended to create. In his mind's eye, he traced every curve, felt every texture, and saw the finished piece in its complete glory. When he finally began his work, his hands moved with certainty, guided by the clear vision he had formed. The universe responds to the pictures you hold in your mind with the same precision that a craftsman follows his mental blueprint. Your imagination serves as a sacred tool, creating energetic imprints that the universe works to manifest. When you visualize with clarity and feeling, you activate the law of attraction's most potent mechanism. Your mind knows no difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Each time you immerse yourself in detailed visualization, you generate the same neural patterns and emotional responses as though the experience were actually occurring. This inner experience becomes a magnetic force, drawing your vision into physical reality. Rose, a painter who had lost her inspiration, discovered this truth through an unexpected path. Her art had grown mechanical, lacking the vitality that once defined her work. One evening, she began creating a vision board, collecting images that sparked joy and excitement in her heart. Each day, she spent time absorbing these images, allowing herself to step into the feelings they evoked. As she immersed herself in this practice, her art transformed. The vivid scenes she had contemplated began flowing onto her canvas with renewed energy. Her paintings attracted attention, leading to opportunities she had only dreamed of before. The images she had held in her mind materialized in ways more beautiful than she could have planned. The practice of sacred visualization. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Begin by taking 3 deep breaths, allowing each exhale to release tension from your body. Now choose one desire you wish to manifest. Create a detailed scene in your mind where this desire has already manifested. Notice the colors, sounds, and textures around you. Feel the emotions flowing through your body as you experience this reality. What does the air feel like? What scents surround you? Who is present? Let yourself fully inhabit this moment. Maintain this vision for several minutes, allowing yourself to fully embrace the experience. As you open your eyes, carry the feeling of this reality with you. Practice this visualization each morning and evening, letting the image become increasingly clear and real to you. Remember to record any insights or symbols that appear during your practice in a dedicated journal. These messages from your inner wisdom will guide you toward manifesting your vision. Chapter 9, The Bridge of Forgiveness. In a small coastal village, Helen carried the weight of betrayal like stones in her pockets. Each morning, she would walk along the shore, her steps heavy with memories of those who had wronged her. One dawn, she watched an oyster being tossed by the waves. repeatedly hitting the rocks yet transforming its pain into a pearl. In that moment, she understood that her hurts could also become treasures. The universe operates through the law of attraction, drawing to you experiences that match your energetic frequency. When you hold on to past hurts, you create resistance that blocks the flow of abundance. Forgiveness serves as the key that unlocks these self-imposed chains, allowing fresh energy to circulate through your life. Your emotional state acts as a powerful magnet. Resentment, anger, and blame vibrate at low frequencies, attracting more situations that mirror these feelings. Through forgiveness, you elevate your vibration, opening channels for higher experiences to manifest. This transformation occurs not for others' benefit, but for your own liberation. In a distant mountain town, Frank owned a small bookstore that struggled to thrive. He blamed his former business partner for a failed venture, carrying bitterness that colored every new opportunity. Customers sensed his underlying tension and potential collaborations withered before blooming. One night, sorting through old ledgers, Frank discovered forgotten moments of joy from his earlier partnership. He realized his resentment had become a prison, limiting not his former partner, but himself. As he gradually released his grip on past grievances, his store transformed. New partnerships emerged, bringing fresh vitality to his business. The energy he had spent maintaining his anger now flowed into creative ventures. The ritual of sacred release: find a peaceful space where you can be undisturbed, light a white candle, symbolizing purification and new beginnings. Take 3 deep breaths, centering yourself in the present moment. On small pieces of paper, write down the names of those you need to forgive, including yourself. For each name, speak these words aloud. I release you from the bonds of the past. I free myself from this burden. I choose peace. Hold each paper to the candle flame, allowing it to burn completely in a fireproof container. As the paper burns, visualize the heavy energy of resentment transforming into light. Feel the spaciousness that opens within you as you let go. Close your eyes and imagine yourself standing beneath a waterfall of golden light. Let this light wash away any remaining residue of past hurts. Feel yourself becoming lighter, clearer, more open to receiving life's gifts. Complete this ritual by speaking these words: I now stand in the freedom of forgiveness. I welcome new beginnings. I am ready to receive abundance in all forms. Record your experience in your manifestation journal, noting any shifts in your energy or new insights that arise. Chapter 10. The Flame of Passion. In a bustling artisan's quarter, Ruth spent her days crafting intricate pottery pieces that brought her little joy. Though her hands moved skillfully, her spirit remained dormant. Each morning, she would pass a street musician whose melodies made her heart dance, yet she hurried past, denying the stirring in her soul. One day the music stopped her in her tracks. The violinist played with such pure joy that the very air seemed to shimmer. In that moment, Ruth recognized the difference between mere action and inspired creation. That evening she unearthed her grandmother's violin from the attic, and as she drew the bow across its strings, tears flowed freely. The universe had awakened her to a forgotten truth. When you align with your authentic passions, you tap into the universe's infinite creative force. Passion acts as a spiritual catalyst, amplifying your ability to attract what you desire. It is not merely about doing what you love. It is about becoming a channel for divine energy to flow through you. This vital force magnifies your intentions, infusing them with the power needed to manifest in the physical world. When you pursue what truly ignites your spirit, you align with the natural abundance of the universe. Your enthusiasm becomes a magnetic force, drawing opportunities, resources, and kindred spirits into your path. In a quiet town, Albert had inherited his family's accounting firm. Though successful by conventional standards, his work felt like a cage. Every weekend, he would escape to his garage, where he crafted wooden furniture with loving precision. His true passion spoke through every curve and joint of his creations. As the years passed, Albert noticed how time seemed to expand when he worked with wood. Clients who visited his home were drawn to his pieces, asking about their origin. The universe began sending clear signals. Strangers inquiring about commissions, unexpected opportunities to showcase his work, connections with gallery owners appearing as if by magic. The message became unmistakable. His passion was not a mere hobby, but a calling. When Albert finally embraced this truth, his energy shifted dramatically. The universe responded with an abundance of support, confirming that he had aligned with his authentic path. Sacred practice, the flame of passion ritual. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Light a candle, representing the eternal flame of inspiration within you. Close your eyes and remember moments when you felt truly alive, times when your heart sang with pure joy. Write these experiences in your journal, noting how your body felt, the energy that flowed through you. For the next 7 days, dedicate time each morning to activities that spark your enthusiasm, even if only for a few minutes. Notice how your energy shifts when you engage with what you love. Let this passion infuse everything you do, transforming ordinary moments into opportunities for inspired action. Each evening, record instances where following your passion led to unexpected synchronicities or opportunities. Watch as the universe responds to your authentic engagement with life. Part 2, Deepening Your Connection with the Universe. Chapter 11, The Compass of Intuition. In the heart of a bustling marketplace, Martha stood at a crossroads. 2 paths stretched before her, one well-traveled, lined with familiar shops, the other a narrow alley she had never noticed before. Something within her whispered to take the unknown route. Against all logic, she followed this subtle urging. The alley opened into a hidden courtyard where an old sage sat beneath a flowering tree. "You have learned to listen," he said with a knowing smile. That chance encounter changed the course of her life, as the sage became her teacher in the ancient arts of wisdom. The universe speaks through the gentle whispers of your intuition. This inner voice represents your direct connection to universal intelligence, guiding you toward experiences that serve your highest good. Unlike the analytical mind, which processes information through past experiences and learned patterns, intuition taps into the timeless wisdom of the cosmic consciousness. Your intuitive sense manifests in many ways: a subtle feeling in your solar plexus, a sudden knowing, or an inexplicable pull toward or away from something. These signals arise from the deepest part of your being, where your soul connects with universal truth. When you honor these messages, you align yourself with the natural flow of life's unfolding. Leonard, a merchant, had always relied on careful analysis to make decisions. Yet one morning, he felt an unexplainable urge to take a different route to his shop. Following this impulse, he encountered a traveler who shared insights about a distant market, information that would later prove invaluable to his business. As Leonard began trusting these inner promptings, his life transformed. Opportunities appeared at precisely the right moments, and challenges became stepping stones rather than obstacles. His success grew not from calculated planning alone, but from learning to dance with the universe's subtle guidance. The practice of inner listening. Begin each morning with the sacred silence ritual. Sit in stillness as the sun rises, placing one hand on your heart and the other on your abdomen. Breathe deeply, allowing your awareness to settle into these centers of inner knowing. Ask the universe a question that weighs on your mind, then remain quiet and receptive. Notice the sensations that arise: warmth, tingling, expansion, or contraction. These physical responses are your body's way of translating intuitive wisdom. Throughout your day, pause briefly before making decisions. Take 3 conscious breaths and tune into your inner guidance. Document these moments and the outcomes that follow, building trust in your intuitive compass. Practice this connection daily, knowing that, like any skill, intuitive awareness strengthens with use. Soon, you will recognize the difference between the mind's chatter and the clear, quiet voice of inner wisdom. Chapter 12, The Garden of Patience. In a quiet valley, Clifford tended his vineyard day after day, season after season. While other vintners rushed their harvests and forced their vines, he worked in harmony with nature's timing. Many mocked his methods, saying he would lose his crop to weather or wildlife. Yet Clifford understood a truth as old as the earth itself. Everything beautiful unfolds according to its own divine schedule. When autumn arrived, his patience bore fruit. His grapes possessed a sweetness and complexity that no hurried harvest could match. The wine he produced became renowned throughout the land, sought after by those who once doubted his wisdom. The universe operates on perfect timing. Like a master conductor, it orchestrates countless elements to bring your desires into form. This sacred process cannot be rushed or forced. When you plant a seed, no amount of will can make it sprout before its time. The seed requires darkness, moisture, and patience before it breaks through the soil into light. Your desires follow this same natural law. Between the planting of your intention and its manifestation lies a period of unseen growth. During this time, the universe aligns circumstances, brings together resources, and prepares paths that will lead to your good. Your role is to maintain unwavering faith while honoring this process. In a distant city lived Beatrice, a talented artisan who crafted intricate jewelry. When orders didn't materialize as quickly as she hoped, she began to doubt her path. She changed her designs constantly, started multiple projects without finishing them, and grew increasingly frustrated with her progress. Her impatience created an energy of resistance that blocked the very success she sought. One day, while walking in nature, Beatrice observed a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. She noticed how the creature didn't fight or rush its transformation. This sight touched something deep within her. She realized that her own transformation required similar patience and trust. The practice of sacred timing. Begin this ancient practice by creating a small altar in your home. Place upon it symbols of patience, a stone, a seed, or a cocoon. Each morning, sit before your altar and breathe deeply. Feel the rhythm of your breath aligning with the universe's natural timing. Close your eyes and visualize your desire as a seed planted in fertile soil. Rather than focusing on when it will sprout, pour your energy into nurturing the perfect conditions for growth. Release specific time frames and trust that your good comes at the precise moment it should. Throughout your day, when impatience arises, place your hand over your heart and whisper, "I trust in divine timing. All unfolds in perfect order." Let this become your mantra, a reminder that the universe's wisdom surpasses your limited perspective. This practice strengthens your ability to wait with faith, knowing that what is meant for you cannot miss you, and what manifests at the right time holds greater blessings than what is forced before its season. Chapter 13. The Web of Connection. In a bustling marketplace, Dorothy sat at her small tea stall, serving travelers from distant lands. Each morning, she offered not just tea, but genuine warmth and interest in every person who stopped at her counter. Through countless conversations, she began to notice invisible threads connecting seemingly random encounters. A merchant's tale of far-off spices led to a chance meeting with a ship's captain, which opened new trading routes for her tea. A weary traveler's story inspired her to create a unique blend that soon became sought after throughout the region. Through these experiences, Dorothy awakened to the profound truth that every interaction carries the seed of infinite possibility. The universe operates through an intricate web of relationships. Each thought, word, and action ripples outward, touching countless lives in ways you cannot foresee. When you understand this sacred interconnection, you tap into a power greater than individual effort. Your intentions become amplified through the network of relationships you nurture. Just as a spider's web gains strength from each connecting thread, your manifestations grow more powerful through positive connections. Every person in your life represents a potential channel through which abundance can flow. The key lies not in seeking what others can give you, but in approaching each relationship with genuine care and service. Chester, a skilled carpenter, learned this wisdom through his own journey. For years, he worked alone in his workshop, struggling to find enough commissions to sustain his craft. One day, he began sharing his knowledge freely with other craftsmen, teaching them techniques he had developed over the years. Rather than diminishing his success, this generosity created a network of mutual support. Other artisans referred clients to him, shared resources, and collaborated on larger projects. His workshop transformed into a hub of creativity and abundance, proving that true wealth multiplies when shared. The sacred practice of connection begins each morning by holding a ball of string or thread. As you wind it through your fingers, name each person who touches your life: family, friends, colleagues, even those you briefly encounter. Recognize that each represents a strand in your web of manifestation. Choose 3 relationships to nurture each day. This might mean sending a message of appreciation, offering assistance, or simply holding positive thoughts for their well-being. As you strengthen these connections, visualize golden light flowing through your network of relationships, carrying your intentions and multiplying their power. In your daily interactions, practice seeing beyond surface differences to recognize the divine spark in each person you meet. Approach every encounter as an opportunity for mutual growth and blessing. Remember that the universe often delivers its greatest gifts through unexpected connections. Write in your journal about the synchronicities that emerge through your relationships, noting how each connection contributes to your path of manifestation. This practice opens your awareness to the countless ways the universe works through others to support your highest good. Before we get into the next chapter, you can download a free ebook version of this audiobook using the link in the pinned comment below this video. Chapter 14, The Shield of Boundaries. In a small village lived Walter, a healer known for his generous spirit. Day and night, villagers sought his remedies and counsel. His door remained open to all until his own vitality began to fade. As he gave endlessly, his garden, once vibrant with medicinal herbs, withered from neglect. One morning, while tending his sparse garden, he observed how each plant thrived within its own space, neither encroaching upon nor being overshadowed by others. Nature herself taught the wisdom of boundaries. The universe speaks through natural laws. Just as a river needs banks to flow purposefully, your energy requires clear channels to manifest effectively. Boundaries are not walls of separation, but sacred circles of protection that preserve your power to create. When you honor your limits, you align with the universal law of harmony. Like a vessel that must be empty to receive new contents, you must create space for manifestations to enter your life. Each no you speak with love becomes a yes to your highest purpose. Your energy is precious, a divine gift meant to serve your soul's calling. By establishing clear boundaries, you demonstrate self-respect and teach others how to honor your sacred space. This clarity amplifies your manifesting power, focusing it like a beam of light through a crystal. Agnes, a talented weaver, discovered this truth through her own journey. Her tapestries were sought after by merchants who demanded ever lower prices. Fearing loss of business, she agreed until her art became a burden rather than a joy. One market day, she found the courage to state her true worth. Some merchants walked away, but others recognized the value of her work. Soon, she attracted clients who appreciated both her artistry and its proper price. By honoring her boundaries, she created space for abundance to flow naturally. The boundaries you set are reflections of self-worth. When you value your time, energy, and purpose, the universe responds with opportunities that match this valuation. Each boundary becomes a declaration to the universe about what you will and will not accept. The ancient practice of sacred circles. Begin each morning by drawing an invisible circle around yourself. Stand in its center and declare, "This is my sacred space. Within this circle, I honor my energy and purpose." Take a piece of paper and draw 3 concentric circles. In the innermost circle, write what is most precious to you, your non-negotiables. In the middle circle, list what you will accept under specific conditions. In the outer circle, note what you freely share with the world. Each time you face a decision or request, consult these circles. Let them guide your yes and no. Remember that maintaining healthy boundaries is not selfish. It is essential for serving your highest purpose and manifesting your truest desires. Practice speaking your truth with grace. I honor you and I honor myself by saying no. Notice how each boundary you maintain creates space for what truly aligns with your path. Chapter 15, The Spark of Creativity. In the heart of an ancient city, Mabel discovered the secret language of creation through her art. Each morning she would sit before her blank canvas, allowing inspiration to flow through her like water. At first, she painted only what she thought others wanted to see, but something within her yearned for more. The universe speaks through creative expression, for creativity is the very essence of manifestation. When you open yourself to creative energy, you tap into the same force that births stars and shapes galaxies. This power flows through you, seeking expression in unique and wonderful ways. Your creative spirit is a direct channel to universal wisdom. Through art, music, writing, dance, or any form of expression, you align with the cosmic current of manifestation. This alignment transcends ordinary thinking, accessing deeper realms where possibilities flourish. As Mabel learned to trust her creative impulses, her art transformed. Colors became more vibrant, shapes more fluid. Soon, opportunities she had never imagined began appearing. Galleries sought her work, and collectors were drawn to the energy emanating from her paintings. She had tapped into the universal flow of abundance through her authentic expression. In every creative act, you participate in the universe's endless dance of creation. Whether you craft with words, images, movement, or ideas, you weave your energy into the fabric of reality. This weaving becomes a magnetic force, attracting experiences that match your creative frequency. Norman, a craftsman, discovered this truth while working with wood. For years, he followed traditional patterns, creating what was expected. One day, inspired by an inner calling, he began crafting unique pieces that reflected his vision. His innovative designs caught the attention of those who recognized their distinctive energy. What began as creative expression blossomed into unexpected success. Your creative force carries the power to reshape reality. When you create from your heart, you send ripples through the universal field of possibility. These ripples return as manifestations aligned with your authentic expression. The sacred practice of creative flow. Choose a creative medium that calls to you. It might be drawing, writing, singing, or even arranging flowers. Set aside time in a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Before beginning, close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel the creative energy of the universe flowing through you. Let go of judgment and expectations. Allow your hands to move, your voice to sound, or your body to express without censoring or controlling. Trust that the universe is working through your creative expression. As you create, focus on the feeling of flow rather than the outcome. Notice how this state of creative freedom opens new channels for manifestation in all areas of your life. Make this practice a regular part of your manifestation journey, knowing that each creative act strengthens your connection to universal abundance. Chapter 16, The Path of Courage. In a small village among rolling hills, Edith stood at her window each morning, gazing at the distant mountains. Within her heart burned a dream of opening a healing center, yet fear kept her rooted in place. Each time she contemplated taking action, doubt whispered its familiar warnings. The universe responds not just to your desires, but to your willingness to step toward them. Fear exists not as a barrier, but as a gateway to your greatest manifestations. When you face what frightens you, you activate a powerful force of transformation within the universal field. Your fears point directly to your path of growth. They illuminate the very areas where your power waits to be claimed. Each time you step through fear, you expand your capacity to receive what you have asked for. The universe recognizes this courage as readiness for greater blessings. One day, Edith realized her fear was not a warning, but an invitation. She began taking small steps, researching locations, speaking with potential partners, sharing her vision with others. With each action, her fear transformed into excitement, and the universe responded with unexpected support. A perfect location became available. Skilled practitioners were drawn to her vision, and resources appeared at crucial moments. In the marketplace of a distant city, Gilbert faced a similar journey. For years, He dreamed of becoming a master artisan, but the voice of doubt held him back. "Who would want your creations?" it whispered. Yet, something shifted when he recognized this doubt as a sign that he was approaching his true path. Instead of retreating, Gilbert began crafting his pieces, sharing them despite his trembling hands. His vulnerability touched others, and soon his authentic work attracted those who resonated with its energy. His courage to create despite fear opened channels of abundance he had never imagined possible. When you embrace fear as a natural part of growth, you align with the universe's expansive nature. Each brave step forward signals your readiness for greater manifestations. Your courage becomes a magnetic force, attracting opportunities that match your expanded state of being. The practice of courageous action. Find a quiet moment and settle into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and bring to mind a dream or desire that fear has held at bay. Feel the fear in your body without trying to change it. Now imagine this fear as a doorway. Behind it lies everything you wish to manifest. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing each exhale to open this door wider. On a piece of paper, write down one small action you can take toward your dream, something that causes slight discomfort but feels manageable. This becomes your courage step for tomorrow. Each morning, choose a new courage step slightly bigger than the last. Record how the universe responds to your brave actions. Notice the subtle signs, unexpected support, and new opportunities that appear as you demonstrate your readiness through courage. Chapter 17. The Lightness of Letting Go. In a bustling trading port, Samuel clutched his prized collection of rare spices, carefully guarding them day and night. His obsession with protecting his wealth kept him awake, his mind racing with worries of theft or loss. Though he'd achieved the success he sought, peace eluded him until he encountered an old sage who shared a timeless truth. The universe operates through a paradoxical law. What you grasp too tightly slips away, while what you release returns multiplied. Attachment creates resistance in the natural flow of abundance. When you hold your desires with open hands, you allow the universe to deliver in ways far beyond your limited imagination. Your role is to plant the seeds of intention, then step back and allow them to grow. Just as a farmer cannot force a seed to sprout, you cannot control the exact manner in which your desires manifest. Trust that the universe holds infinite possibilities, many superior to what your mind can conceive. Attachment stems from fear of loss, fear of not having enough, fear of unworthiness. Yet these fears constrict the very channel through which abundance flows. When you release your grip on specific outcomes, you open yourself to receive the universe's highest good. In a distant valley, Viola tended her garden with fierce determination. Each day, she measured her plants against her neighbors, becoming increasingly frustrated when they didn't grow exactly as she planned. Her attachment to perfect results created stress that affected both her and her garden. One morning, after a storm destroyed half her crops, Viola surrendered her rigid expectations. To her amazement, the remaining plants flourished in unexpected ways, producing abundant yields and new varieties she had never imagined. By releasing her attachment to how things should be, she allowed nature's wisdom to guide her garden's growth. The universe responds most generously when you combine clear intention with complete detachment. State what you desire, then release it to the infinite intelligence that orchestrates all of creation. Your trust in this process becomes a magnetic force, attracting manifestations that serve your highest good. The practice of sacred release. Settle into a peaceful space and close your eyes. Breathe deeply as you bring to mind a desire you've been holding tightly. Feel where this attachment creates tension in your body. Begin this meditation by saying, I now release all attachment to how this desire manifests. I trust the universe to deliver what serves my highest good. With each exhale, imagine your attachment dissolving like mist in the morning sun. Feel the lightness and freedom that comes with letting go. Complete your practice with this affirmation: I am open to receive. I trust divine timing. Everything is unfolding perfectly. Repeat this practice whenever you notice yourself gripping too tightly to outcomes. Let your release become an offering to the universe, an expression of faith in its infinite wisdom. Chapter 18. The Echo of Words. In a small village among rolling hills, Alice worked as a scribe, meticulously copying ancient texts. Each day she muttered about her mundane existence, speaking of tedium and limitation. Her words echoed through her tiny chamber, creating a prison of her own making. One morning, while transcribing an ancient manuscript, she discovered writings about the sacred power of speech. The text revealed how words shape the fabric of reality, carrying vibrations that ripple through the universe. This revelation transformed her understanding of creation. Your words hold the power to create or destroy, to lift up or tear down. They are seeds planted in the fertile soil of universal consciousness, growing into the reality you experience. Each utterance sends forth waves of energy that attract corresponding experiences. The universe responds not just to your conscious intentions, but to every word you speak. When you declare, I can't, the universe aligns to support that truth. When you proclaim, I am, the universe moves to manifest that reality. Your words become the blueprint from which your life is built. Pay attention to the phrases you repeat throughout your day. Notice how often you speak of lack instead of abundance, of fear instead of faith, of limitation instead of possibility. These habitual expressions form the foundation of your manifested experience. In a distant city, Bernard earned his living as a merchant, constantly lamenting his misfortunes. Nothing ever works out for me, he would say, watching his business decline with each negative proclamation. Upon learning the power of words, he began speaking of abundance and opportunity, even when circumstances suggested otherwise. Gradually, his reality shifted to match his new declarations. Opportunities emerged, customers increased, and prosperity flowed as naturally as his positive words. His experience proved that changing your words changes your world. The language you choose acts as a magic wand, transforming thought into form. Select words that align with your desires rather than your current circumstances. Speak as though your dreams are already realized, and watch as reality reshapes itself to match your declarations. The sacred word practice. Find a quiet space where you can speak freely. Take 3 deep breaths to center yourself in the present moment. Now create 3 powerful statements that reflect your desired reality, beginning with, I am. Speak these statements aloud with conviction, feeling their truth in every cell of your body. For example, I am a magnet for abundance and prosperity. I am surrounded by love and support. I am aligned with infinite possibilities. Repeat these statements each morning upon waking and each evening before sleep, infusing them with emotion and certainty. Feel the vibration of these words, resonating through your being, knowing they are already manifesting in your reality. Let your words become sacred instruments of creation, chosen with wisdom and spoken with power. Through conscious speech, you participate in the ongoing creation of your life's masterpiece. Chapter 19. The Flame of Faith. In a time of great drought, George tended his fields with unwavering conviction. While others abandoned their farms, he continued planting seeds in the parched earth. Each morning, he walked his land, speaking to the dormant soil as though it already burst with life. His neighbors called him foolish, pointing to cloudless skies and withered crops. Yet George's eyes held a different vision. He saw not what was, but what would be. His faith created an invisible bridge between present circumstances and future abundance. Faith stands as the cornerstone of all manifestations. It is the power that transforms thoughts into reality, dreams into experience. When you cultivate absolute faith, you align with the creative force of the universe itself. This alignment transcends physical evidence, reaching into the realm where all possibility exists. True faith requires no proof. It flourishes in the space between what is and what could be. Like a master artist who sees the finished masterpiece in a blank canvas, faith perceives completion in emptiness. It knows, with certainty, that invisible forces are always at work, orchestrating circumstances beyond your current understanding. In the depths of winter, Lillian faced dire circumstances. Her resources had dwindled to nothing, yet she maintained an unshakable knowing that the universe would provide. She didn't question how or when. She simply knew. Each day she expressed gratitude for the abundance she couldn't yet see. Within weeks, unexpected opportunities emerged. A forgotten investment matured. A long-lost friend offered a partnership. Her circumstances transformed, not because she wished them to, but because her faith never wavered in the face of apparent lack. Your faith acts as a beacon, drawing to you the very experiences you know are possible. It bypasses the limiting beliefs of your conscious mind, tapping directly into the infinite potential of universal intelligence. When you trust beyond reason, you open channels through which miracles flow naturally. The practice of unwavering faith. Begin each morning with this sacred ritual of faith cultivation. Sit in silence and bring to mind something you deeply desire. Now release all concern about how it will manifest. Simply rest in absolute knowing that the universe is already arranging everything perfectly. Write in your journal, "I trust in the perfect unfolding of my highest good. I know that universal intelligence is working through all circumstances for my benefit. I release the need to control or understand the process." Read these words daily, allowing their truth to sink deeply into your consciousness. Let your faith grow stronger than any temporary evidence to the contrary, for in this space of complete trust, you align with the infinite power that creates worlds. Chapter 20. The Gift of Presence. A gentle breeze stirred the autumn leaves as Rose walked through her garden. For years she had rushed past these moments, mind consumed with future worries or past regrets. But on this day, something shifted. She noticed the intricate patterns in a spider's web, glistening with morning dew. The sweet fragrance of ripening apples filled her lungs. In that moment of pure awareness, she felt a deep connection to the universal flow. When you bring your full attention to the present moment, you tap into the creative power of the universe. Each breath becomes a gateway to infinite possibility. Your awareness acts as a magnifying glass, focusing the energy of manifestation through the lens of now. The present moment holds all power. When your mind wanders to future concerns or past regrets, you scatter this power across time. But in presence, you gather it into a single point of pure potential. Here, in the eternal now, the law of attraction works with greatest efficiency. Mindfulness opens your senses to the subtle messages constantly flowing from the universe. These signals, often missed in the rush of daily life, guide you toward your highest good. Through presence, you become attuned to divine timing and inspired action. Harold worked as a banker, his days filled with endless meetings and deadlines. His mind constantly raced ahead to the next task, leaving him exhausted and disconnected. One day, during his lunch break, he decided to eat without his usual distraction of checking emails. As he savored each bite, his awareness expanded. He noticed a conversation at the next table about a new business venture. Following his intuition, he joined their discussion. This chance encounter, only possible through his presence, led to the career opportunity he had been seeking. Your present moment awareness creates a magnetic field that attracts aligned experiences. When you fully inhabit each moment, you broadcast a clear signal to the universe. This clarity draws matching circumstances and opportunities into your life. The practice of sacred presence. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and bring your attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of air flowing in and out of your body. When thoughts arise, acknowledge them gently and return to your breath. Expand your awareness to include sounds around you, physical sensations, and emotions present in this moment. Don't try to change anything. Simply observe with acceptance and curiosity. Throughout your day, pause regularly to anchor yourself in presence. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice the temperature of the air. Observe the quality of light. Let each moment be a doorway into deeper connection with universal intelligence. Part 3, Mastering the Art of Co-Creation. Chapter 21, The Dance of Energy. In the heart of winter, Eleanor walked through her home, noticing how each room carried a distinct feeling. Her study, cluttered with unpaid bills and unfinished tasks, felt heavy and draining. Yet her sunlit meditation corner radiated peace and possibility. As she cleared the clutter and opened the windows, she felt an immediate shift in the atmosphere. The universe responded swiftly. Within days, unexpected opportunities flowed into her life. Your energy field acts as a powerful attractor in the universal matrix. Like a magnet, you draw experiences that match your vibration. When you maintain high energy alignment, you become a natural conduit for abundance, health, and joy. This is not mere coincidence, but the law of attraction responding to your energetic signature. Think of yourself as a broadcasting station. Every thought, emotion, and action emits a specific frequency. The universe, ever responsive, returns experiences that resonate with this frequency. By consciously managing your energy, you tune yourself to the wavelength of your desires. Your physical space, daily habits, and chosen activities all influence your vibration. A cluttered environment creates energetic stagnation. Negative relationships drain your life force. Yet time in nature, uplifting music, and joyful movement raise your frequency to align with prosperity and well-being. Henry lived in constant struggle, his energy depleted by stress and worry. His small shop barely survived, despite his long hours and hard work. One morning, remembering ancient wisdom, He began each day with energizing breath practices. He played inspiring music in his shop and greeted each customer with genuine warmth. Gradually, the atmosphere of his store transformed. Customers lingered longer, bought more, and brought friends. His energy shift created a ripple effect, attracting positive circumstances and opportunities. Without changing his external actions, his shifted vibration magnetized success. Your energy state determines what you attract. When you consistently maintain high vibration through conscious practices, you naturally draw matching experiences. The universe responds not to your words or wishes, but to your energetic frequency. The Sacred Energy Alignment Practice. Begin in a comfortable position, spine straight but relaxed. Place one hand on your heart center and the other on your lower belly. Take 3 deep breaths, feeling energy flow through your body. Now engage in the ancient breath of vitality. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts, hold briefly, then exhale through your mouth for 6 counts, making a gentle sighing sound. Continue this pattern for 7 cycles. Next, stand and gently shake your entire body for 1 minute, imagining stagnant energy falling away. Follow with free-flowing movement to music that uplifts your spirit. Complete the practice by standing still, arms raised, feeling universal energy flowing through you like a fountain. Perform this practice each morning to set your energetic tone for the day. Return to conscious breathing whenever you need to raise your vibration throughout your daily activities. In Chapter 22, The Power of Choice. A merchant stood before Clara offering 2 paths. One led through familiar valleys where she had always traded. The other climbed toward distant mountains she had never explored. Though the valley path promised reliable returns, something within her resonated with the mountain trail. Following her inner wisdom, she chose the unknown path. This single decision transformed not only her trading route, but her entire destiny. Every moment presents a choice point, an opportunity to align with or deviate from your highest good. The universe responds not just to your thoughts and feelings, but to your decisions. Each choice creates ripples through the fabric of reality, drawing forth corresponding experiences. When you choose consciously, you activate the law of attraction with profound precision. Your power lies not in waiting for circumstances to change, but in actively choosing your response to life's offerings. Small choices accumulate into significant shifts. The food you eat, the thoughts you entertain, the company you keep. Each decision shapes your energetic signature, and therefore, your reality. Many drift through life unconsciously, allowing habits and fears to make their choices. Yet true manifestation requires awakened choice-making. When you pause before deciding, align with your inner wisdom, and choose deliberately, you become an active creator rather than a passive recipient of circumstances. James managed a small inn at a crossroads, serving travelers with mechanical efficiency. Each day mirrored the last until he realized every interaction offered a choice point. He began choosing to serve with full presence and genuine care. Instead of rushing guests through their meals, he chose to listen to their stories. Rather than accepting mediocrity, he chose to elevate every aspect of his service. His conscious choices magnetized remarkable changes. Distinguished travelers began preferring his humble inn to grander establishments. Opportunities for expansion arose naturally. His simple shift in choosing transformed his inn into a renowned haven of hospitality. The Choice Alignment Ritual. Sit in stillness with your eyes closed. Envision yourself standing at a crossroads. Before you lie every choice you'll make today. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your awareness to expand. Now bring to mind one decision you face. Feel the energy of each possible choice. Which aligns with your highest good? Which resonates with your deepest truth? Notice any resistance or fear clouding your clarity. Place your hands over your heart. Ask silently, what choice serves my highest evolution? Listen for the subtle response of your inner wisdom. When clarity comes, declare silently, I choose in alignment with my highest good. Open your eyes and write down your decision along with any insights received. Carry this awareness into every choice throughout your day, knowing each decision shapes your reality. Chapter 23, The Art of Receiving. Margaret walked along the shore each morning collecting shells. Though she gathered many beautiful specimens, she always scrutinized each one for flaws, discarding those that didn't meet her exacting standards. One dawn, exhausted from her endless pursuit of perfection, she simply opened her palms to the waves. The ocean responded by depositing a rare, iridescent shell, more magnificent than any she had found through searching. The universe's abundance flows eternally, yet many stand in its stream, with closed hands and guarded hearts. Your ability to receive mirrors your willingness to open yourself to life's gifts. When you release rigid expectations and surrender to the flow, blessings arrive in unexpected forms. Often the very things you seek most desperately remain elusive because tension and anxiety create resistance. Like a flower that blooms naturally in gentle sunlight but cannot be forced open, abundance enters through the gateway of relaxed acceptance. Your capacity to receive expands through trust and gratitude. Each time you acknowledge a gift, whether small or significant, you signal to the universe your readiness for more. Yet many block their good through unworthiness, doubt, or the belief that struggle is necessary for reward. George, a skilled craftsman, worked tirelessly but barely earned enough to survive. Though customers praised his work, he undervalued his creations, believing he didn't deserve prosperity. His breakthrough came when an elder artisan helped him recognize that accepting fair payment honored both his gifts and those who appreciated them. As George opened to receiving, his circumstances transformed naturally. The reception practice of find a quiet space and sit comfortably. Place your hands on your lap, palms facing upward in a gesture of openness. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing tension to dissolve with each exhale. Visualize yourself as a vessel being filled with golden light. Notice any resistance or tightness in your body, areas where you might be blocking abundance. Breathe into these spaces, softening them with acceptance. Speak aloud, I am open to receiving all the good the universe offers. I accept blessings with grace and gratitude. Throughout your day, practice receiving compliments, assistance, and opportunities with a simple thank you, releasing the urge to deflect or diminish what's given. Notice how this openness creates space for greater abundance to flow. Chapter 24, The Language of Symbols. In the heart of an ancient city, Alice noticed the same symbol appearing repeatedly in her path, a spiral etched in stone, traced in morning dew, formed by fallen leaves. At first, she dismissed these as mere coincidences. Yet, as the spiral continued manifesting, she began paying attention. The more she acknowledged these signs, the more clearly she understood their message. Life moves in cycles of growth and transformation. The universe speaks through a rich tapestry of symbols, each carrying wisdom for those who learn to read them. These symbols emerge through nature, dreams, repeated numbers, and seemingly random encounters. They form an ancient language that transcends time, culture, and personal belief. When you attune yourself to this symbolic language, you discover that every moment carries meaning. A butterfly landing nearby might signal transformation. A feather crossing your path could indicate spiritual guidance. Even everyday objects take on deeper significance when viewed through the lens of universal symbolism. The key lies not in seeking specific meanings, but in developing your personal relationship with these sacred messages. Your intuition serves as the bridge between the physical world and the symbolic realm. Through this connection, you receive guidance tailored precisely to your journey. Samuel, a merchant, struggled with an important business decision. Each morning, he asked the universe for direction. Soon, he noticed hawks appearing at crucial moments. When reviewing contracts, during meaningful conversations, or while contemplating his choices. Understanding hawks as symbols of clear vision and wise judgment, he learned to trust these appearances as confirmations of his inner knowing. This awareness led him to make choices that transformed his business in unexpected ways. The meaning of symbols evolves with your consciousness. What begins as subtle hints becomes a clear dialogue between you and the universe. Each symbol acts as a waypoint, illuminating your path and confirming your alignment with universal flow. The symbol awareness practice. Begin a sacred dialogue with the universe through symbolic awareness. Create a special journal dedicated to recording the symbols that appear in your daily life. Note the circumstances of their appearance, your initial feelings, and any insights that arise. Each evening, reflect on 3 symbols you encountered during the day. These might be animals, numbers, shapes, or recurring themes. Write down. Over time, patterns will emerge, revealing the unique symbolic language through which the universe guides you. Trust that each symbol carries precisely the message you need in that moment. This practice opens your awareness to the subtle ways the universe communicates, transforming ordinary moments into sacred exchanges with the infinite wisdom that surrounds you. Chapter 25: The Power of Ritual. In a quiet mountain village, Thomas discovered an ancient truth through his morning tea ceremony. Each dawn, he mindfully prepared his tea, focusing his thoughts on the day ahead. What began as a simple routine transformed into a powerful ritual of manifestation. As he poured the water, he poured intention into his dreams. As steam rose from his cup, his aspirations rose to meet the universe's grace. The power of ritual lies not in empty gestures, but in the sacred meaning you infuse into each action. When you create intentional routines, you establish direct channels of communication with universal energy. These sacred practices anchor your desires into the physical realm, creating bridges between thought and manifestation. Rituals serve as spiritual technology, passed down through generations. They focus scattered energy into concentrated power, transforming mundane moments into sacred ceremonies. Through consistent practice, these ceremonies become energetic touchstones, realigning you with your highest intentions. Your ritual might be as simple as lighting a candle while setting your daily intention, or as elaborate as a full moon ceremony. The key lies not in complexity, but in the depth of meaning and presence you bring to each element. In a bustling city, Edith felt disconnected from her creative dreams until she established an evening ritual. Each night, she would stand before her window, hold a crystal, and speak her artistic vision into the darkness. As weeks passed, this simple practice magnetized opportunities, drawing precisely the connections and inspiration she needed. Her ritual became a lighthouse, guiding her creative energy toward manifestation. Through ritual, you create sacred space in time. Each repetition deepens the groove of intention, strengthening your connection to universal flow. These practices become anchors, holding steady your manifestation energy through life's inevitable storms. The ritual creation practice. Design a personal ritual that resonates with your spirit and supports your manifestation goals. Choose elements that hold meaning for you. Perhaps a special object, a specific time of day, or meaningful words. Perform this ritual daily, allowing it to evolve naturally as your connection deepens. Remember, consistency matters more than complexity. Your ritual becomes a sacred agreement between you and the universe, a daily renewal of your commitment to co-creation. Through dedicated practice, watch as your ritual transforms from a series of actions into a powerful catalyst for manifestation. Let each element speak to your soul, creating a symphony of intention that reverberates through the fabric of reality. Chapter 26, The Strength of Community. In a small coastal town, Lillian attended a gathering of spiritual seekers. Each week they met to share their manifestation journeys, celebrating victories and supporting each other through challenges. As she listened to others' stories, she noticed her own dreams gaining clarity and momentum. The collective energy of the group lifted her vision higher than she could have reached alone. When you align with others who share your spiritual path, your individual light joins a greater flame. The universe responds to this amplified energy with increased synchronicity and swifter manifestation. Like instruments in an orchestra, each person's unique frequency contributes to a harmonious whole, creating a symphony of possibility. This principle of collective consciousness operates through the law of attraction. When multiple minds focus on similar intentions, they create a powerful vortex of manifestation energy. Your personal practice, enhanced by group support, becomes exponentially more potent. In a distant valley, Harold discovered this truth through an unexpected source. He joined a group of gardeners who shared more than just tips about plants. They shared a vision of community abundance. As they tended their collective garden, their individual dreams flourished alongside the growing vegetables. One member manifested a new home, another found their life partner, and Harold's long-held business vision finally took root. Their shared energy created a fertile field where all dreams could bloom. The group's success wasn't coincidental. When like-minded souls gather, they create an energetic container that holds and nurtures each person's intentions. This container acts as a spiritual greenhouse, providing optimal conditions for manifestation. The circle connection practice. Seek or create a circle of spiritually aligned individuals who support your growth. This might be a meditation group, a manifestation workshop, or simply regular meetings with others who understand the law of attraction. Meet consistently, share your journey, and participate in group practices. Notice how your manifestations accelerate when supported by collective energy. Remember, your spiritual community becomes a mirror reflecting your highest potential. In their presence, your dreams find wings, and your path becomes illuminated by shared wisdom and understanding. Chapter 27, The Mirror of Self-Love. In a quiet village, Edward walked past a shop window, catching his reflection. For years he had turned away from mirrors, avoiding the disappointment he felt within. Each morning, he focused on his flaws, criticizing every perceived imperfection. His world seemed to echo this inner criticism. Relationships remained distant, opportunities passed him by, and abundance felt forever out of reach. One morning something shifted. As sunlight streamed through his window, Edward paused before his mirror. Instead of criticism, he spoke words of kindness to himself. "You are worthy of love," he whispered. "You are enough." At first the words felt foreign, almost false. Yet he continued this practice daily, watching as his reflection slowly transformed, not in appearance, but in the light that began to shine from within. The universe operates through the law of reflection. Your outer world mirrors your relationship with yourself. When you harbor self-judgment, the universe reflects experiences that match this energy. But when you cultivate self-love, you activate a powerful force of attraction that draws loving experiences toward you. Self-love isn't mere vanity, it's recognition of your divine nature. As you embrace your worth, you align with the universe's natural state of abundance. Your thoughts, now filtered through self-acceptance, broadcast a frequency that attracts matching circumstances. In a bustling city, Rose discovered this truth through an unexpected challenge. After losing her position at a prestigious firm, she initially berated herself for perceived failures. But through gentle self-reflection, she began treating herself with the same compassion she offered others. She prepared nourishing meals, honored her needs, and spoke to herself with understanding. As Rose's inner dialogue shifted, her external world transformed. New opportunities emerged that better matched her authentic self. Relationships deepened as she no longer sought external validation. Her natural talents flourished in an environment of self-acceptance. The mirror of self-love practice is: stand before a mirror each morning. Look into your eyes with genuine compassion. Speak these words aloud. "I love and accept myself completely. I am worthy of all good things. The universe delights in fulfilling my desires." Follow this with an act of self-care. Perhaps a moment of meditation, a gentle walk in nature, or any activity that nurtures your spirit. Let this practice remind you that self-love opens the gateway to universal abundance. Chapter 28: The Flow of Abundance. In a small coastal town, Helen lived guided by careful calculations and constant worry about lack. She counted every coin, feared unexpected expenses, and viewed life through the lens of limitation. Though she worked diligently, abundance seemed to elude her, flowing to others while leaving her shores dry. One morning, as she walked along the beach, Helen watched the waves roll endlessly toward the shore. Each wave brought new treasures: shells, smooth stones, and even occasional gems polished by the sea. A profound realization washed over her. The ocean never worried about running dry. It gave and received in endless cycles, embodying nature's abundance. The universe operates in unlimited abundance. Scarcity exists only in the mind, a false belief that blocks the natural flow of prosperity. When you align with abundance consciousness, you tap into the infinite stream of universal wealth. Like the ocean that knows no lack, your natural state is one of abundance. Every breath draws from an infinite supply of air. Every sunset offers countless colors. Every moment presents unlimited possibilities. Scarcity thinking is learned. Abundance is your birthright. This truth revealed itself to Frank, a merchant who spent years clutching tightly to his resources. He believed wealth must be hoarded, protected from an uncertain future. His business survived but never thrived until a wise teacher shared an ancient secret: the closed fist can neither give nor receive. Frank began small experiments in generosity. He offered extra produce to neighbors, shared knowledge freely with competitors, and invested in his community's well-being. To his amazement, these acts of giving opened new channels of receiving. His reputation grew, partnerships formed naturally, and opportunities multiplied. The universe mirrors your beliefs about abundance. When you trust in the infinite flow of prosperity, you become a channel through which abundance flows. Fear constricts this channel. Trust expands it. The abundance flow practice. Begin each morning by writing, "I am one with the infinite abundance of the universe." Throughout your day, notice examples of natural abundance, the countless stars, endless grains of sand, boundless creativity of nature. When scarcity thoughts arise, gently redirect your attention to these abundant examples. Choose one act of generosity daily, however small. Share a skill, offer encouragement, or give something you've been holding on to. Notice how giving creates space for receiving. Keep a journal of unexpected gifts and opportunities that flow into your life. Remember, abundance isn't something you chase, it's something you allow. Like the ocean's waves, it flows naturally when you remove the barriers of fear and scarcity thinking. Your role is simply to open yourself to receive the universe's endless gifts while becoming a channel through which abundance flows to others. Chapter 29, The Journey of Growth. In ancient times, a merchant named Ruth faced a devastating loss when her entire caravan of precious silks vanished in a sandstorm. Instead of surrendering to despair, she sat in quiet meditation beneath a sprawling fig tree. As the wind whispered through its leaves, wisdom stirred within her heart. Every obstacle carried within it the seed of greater abundance. The universe presents challenges not as punishments, but as invitations to expand. Each difficulty you encounter serves as a doorway to deeper understanding and greater manifestation power. When you embrace challenge with an open heart, they transform from barriers into bridges leading to your highest good. Your response to life's test determines your capacity to attract what you desire. Fear and resistance block the flow of universal energy, while acceptance and curiosity open new pathways of possibility. Every challenge asks, will you grow through this experience? This truth manifested in Albert's life, a skilled craftsman whose workshop burned to ashes one fateful night. Rather than viewing this as an ending, he recognized it as a beginning. Walking through the ruins, he discovered that the intense heat had created unique glass formations, beautiful accidents that sparked inspiration for an entirely new art form. Albert's willingness to see beauty in breakdown led him to pioneer revolutionary glass-making techniques. His greatest setback became the foundation for his greatest success. The universe had not destroyed his dream. It had elevated it. Through challenges, the universe refines your manifestation abilities. Each obstacle strengthens your faith, clarifies your vision, and deepens your connection to universal wisdom. What appears as loss often clears space for greater gain. The growth through challenge practice. Each evening, reflect on the day's challenges in your manifestation journal. For each difficulty, write, "This challenge teaches me." Allow insights to emerge naturally. Then ask yourself, how does this experience prepare me for my next level of growth? Create a wisdom wall where you record lessons learned from past challenges. As your collection grows, patterns will emerge, revealing how each obstacle contributed to your expansion. This practice transforms your relationship with challenges, helping you welcome them as teachers rather than threats. Remember, the universe's greatest gifts often come wrapped in challenge. By embracing difficulties as opportunities for growth, you align with the natural flow of expansion and evolution. Every challenge overcome increases your power to manifest your desires. Chapter 30, The Celebration of Life. In a village among ancient hills, Martha tended her small garden. Each morning she performed a ritual passed down through generations, expressing gratitude for every new blossom, every ripening fruit, every tender shoot breaking through soil. She noticed that the plants she celebrated grew more abundantly than those she merely tended. When you acknowledge and celebrate each manifestation, you create an energetic field that attracts more blessings. The universe responds to joy, like flowers turning toward sunlight. Your celebrations, both quiet and exuberant, signal to the universal forces that you are ready to receive more abundance. Many wait for grand achievements before allowing themselves to feel joy. Yet the path of manifestation flourishes through daily appreciation of small victories. Each moment contains seeds of celebration: the perfect cup of tea, a kind word from a stranger, a task completed with care. These seemingly minor acknowledgments create ripples of positive energy that expand your capacity to attract greater blessings. Leonard, a humble scribe, discovered this truth while copying ancient texts. Rather than focusing solely on completing each manuscript, he began celebrating every perfectly formed letter, every completed page, every satisfied patron. His joy in these small accomplishments infused his work with such beauty that his reputation spread throughout the land. Soon, nobles sought his services, bringing opportunities he had never imagined possible. As Leonard's story reveals, celebration raises your vibration, aligning you more closely with the frequency of abundance. When you honor each step of your journey, you transform ordinary moments into sacred experiences. This shift in perception opens channels through which greater manifestations can flow. The universe mirrors your emotional state. When you approach life with appreciation and joy, it responds by providing more experiences worthy of celebration. This creates an upward spiral of positive energy that accelerates your manifestation practice. The daily celebration practice creates a celebration ritual that honors both small and significant manifestations. Each evening, light a candle and write 3 celebrations from your day in a special journal. They might be as simple as witnessing a beautiful sunset, or as significant as achieving a long-held goal. As you write each one, allow yourself to fully feel the joy of that moment again. Next, perform a gesture of gratitude, perhaps placing your hand on your heart, bowing in reverence, or dancing freely. This physical expression anchors the high vibration of celebration in your body and energy field. End by speaking these words: I celebrate life's endless blessings, and in doing so, invite more abundance to flow. This practice trains your awareness to recognize and honor the constant flow of universal gifts, creating an energetic signature that attracts increased manifestation power. If you enjoyed this audiobook, I created a free ebook version for you. You can download it using the link in the pinned comment. Conclusion. You stand now at the threshold of a new understanding, having journeyed through ancient wisdom that reveals the universe's constant communication with your soul. These teachings are not merely words and chapters, but living truths waiting to be awakened within you. The universe speaks in whispers and roars, in subtle nudges and dramatic revelations. Through each chapter, you have uncovered layers of this divine dialogue, from the gentle guidance of intuition to the powerful force of intention, from the quiet practice of gratitude to the bold act of conscious creation. Remember that every moment offers an opportunity to align with universal forces. Your thoughts shape reality, your beliefs create pathways, and your actions demonstrate faith in the unseen. The law of attraction responds not just to what you think, but to who you become through practicing these timeless principles. Let your heart remain open to signs and synchronicities. Trust the flow of divine timing. Celebrate both small victories and magnificent manifestations. The universe delights in your joy and responds to your appreciation with ever-increasing abundance. These teachings now live within you, ready to guide your steps forward. You are both student and master, both seeker and finder. The wisdom you have gained transforms not just your own life, but ripples outward to touch all those around you. Walk forward with confidence, knowing you possess the tools to create consciously and live abundantly. The universe awaits your next inspired thought, your next grateful smile, your next courageous step. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.